Yes. Okay. Awesome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what part of the world you're joining me, or when you catch this later, as I did not really make any big announcement and made too much noise about it, which I will do so. So I apologize in advance that I did not alert you to the fact that I would be going live today on my YouTube channel. But I'm so excited. I'm so happy to be live. And as I said, if you watch later, or even if you're joining me now, feel free to say hi, say hello in the comments. I want you to engage with me on this live episode. So I will make sure that I let, especially those of you that are part of my ecosystem, I will make sure that I alert you and let you know of when you can expect to see me live on this channel. So I want to start off by saying, well, let me introduce myself. My name is Oko Blessing Offem. This is the Blessing Inspire YouTube channel. And here we talk about everything about strategy, entrepreneurship, and so many things. So just let me share this statement or this quote, and then we'll take it from there. How about that? The statement says if you want a different results, you need to do things differently, or you need to do something different. You need to do some things different. You need to show up differently. What does that mean? Of course, I'm the strategy lady here, and I love for us to have a plan and we have a strategy that we're following. But we realize that sometimes if we're doing something and there's a result we're getting from it, we want to get a different result, then we have to do something different, which of course, any good strategy is going to have you moving from step to step, step to step. So if I stay at the same location, like the example I always like to use, the strategy is like a roadmap, it's like a GPS guiding you where to turn, where to drive, what road to take, right? But if I stay at that same spot and I don't move and I just keep my car stationed in that same place, I'm not going to see anything different. I'm not going to meet or encounter any new experiences. It's going to be the same. Okay. I believe you can hear me. I believe I'm good. I believe you can see me and hear me, right? Because I'm seeing that I'm live and I'm seeing someone joining me. So maybe if you say hi, say hello, I'll be able to um, I'll be able to be sure that I'm being heard. But I believe I'm being heard. I hope. And if nothing else, I know that the system I'm using is recording it, so I will be able to rectify it. Hopefully, if that's not the case. So what was I saying? That if you stay stationed in that spot and not move, not take any action, or not do anything, where you are, that experience is what you're going to continue to experience. So, in order for something different to happen, in order for a different experience, a new experience, there has to be a movement, there has to be a change of activity. And also, so in our businesses, if we are doing things and we want a different result, even in life, we have to do something, we have to take a step, we have to do something different. And that thing that we do that is different from our regular routine or where we are at is going to lead us to experience a different result. Okay. So for this, I titled it an intro and welcome, because really one of the reasons why I'm showing up live, and you might have noticed a type of a pause in my uploading of videos, is one of the things I've come to realize is I am better when I'm just without script, when I'm not when I'm not pre-recorded. When I'm recording YouTube videos, sometimes it's like if you see the unedited version, it's oh my goodness. Because you're trying to say things in a way that it's going to be edited and put together and so on and so forth. And sometimes I find out that I don't flow that well with that method. So one of the tips that I will share with you is find out what works best for you. I'm thinking that it works best for me to just come live and share and discuss. Does that mean I won't have? Sometimes it may even be like a full class where I share my slide and we go into depth on a topic. but it's just that is better for me than being recording videos. And it doesn't mean that I won't record too. I may still do some pre-recorded videos and upload it to my channel, but I just feel, in doing things different and in making sure that I show up and I also interact, and I want to build a community through this channel. And in order to do that, I need to be consistent, and I want to be consistent. And so I'm committing to showing up for now, until however. So I'm committed to showing up Monday through Friday at the same time, which is, if you're in the Eastern Standard Time, 7:15 Eastern Standard Time. Where I am is Central, so that would be 6:15 a.m., right? So I'm committed to showing up Monday through Friday. That might change. That might maybe become 7 days a week, or it might become less. It might become once a week. But for now, until further notice, it's going to be Monday through Friday at the same time. For about 30 minutes, 45 minutes. I don't know. We're just coming on, and I'm inviting you on this journey because as we go along, then it will really take more of a shape and a form. So I didn't even have a name until I had to put a name, to give it a title. And I said, okay, it's a brand strategy business talk show. But basically, I'm going to come live to talk about business, to share tips on strategy, to share tips on how to grow and expand your business. I'm going to talk a lot about principles and strategies from the Bible, from biblical perspective. So if you're someone that does not feel, don't want to hear that, then maybe this might not be the show for you. But I am going to share things from that perspective as well. But I will, talk a lot about things that relate to entrepreneurs and people who are trying to grow and increase their business, and even for people that want to get into entrepreneurship, who want to start a business. Okay. So I don't even really know whether the name that I put is the name that will be kept. I am still developing different parts of it so that there will be times where I will share industry news. There will be times where I will share an inspirational story. There will be times where I will share strategies and tips, and maybe even go into depth about particular strategies. So it would take different forms. Sometimes it will be very short and brief, and sometimes it may be longer than the usual. So it's really a journey. It's really a journey. And I invite you on this journey as a way to also say that sometimes now I've come to say that I don't think I believe in, there's a saying that says do it messy. I think something like that. Just do it and do it messy. Do it, and no, I'm not, I don't know. I don't know about just doing things just messy, like, just not organized and just, no, I don't believe in that. But I don't also believe that you have to have every step figured out before you decide to take a step, because sometimes you will not know the next step until you take that first step, right? You will not know the next step until you take the first step. So as you take the first step, then you will see what's ahead of you, and then you will adjust adequately. You make changes. So this is going to be interesting some days from now. When I say days, I could mean weeks, months. It's going to be interesting how this this show, I'm calling it a show, how it changes. Sometimes I will have guests who will join me, you know. So it's going to be interesting the type of shape it takes. But I'm inviting you on this journey, and I'm also inviting you to help spread the word and tell other people, and share it with others. And I'm also inviting you to engage with me and share with me your comments, send me your questions, send me things you want to know. Are you an entrepreneur? And did you start your business? What's your business about? Feel free to leave that also in the comments. Introduce yourself in my comment section. I would love to know more about you. Or you can send me a direct message. I am on social platforms. I'm on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn. So you can reach out to me. I'd love to connect with you. Okay. So as I said, today is like the very first episode. So while I may still upload pre-recorded videos, for the most part, I'm committing to showing up Monday through Friday at 7:15 Eastern Standard Time to talk about entrepreneurship, to talk about business. Why 7:15? Particularly because on Mondays, the community that I founded along with my co-founder, we have a prayer every Monday at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I want to give myself a few minutes to get off and then hop on the live. Otherwise, it might have been 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Why not 7:30? Because 7:30 is for my time getting close to the time that my kid has to get up and the house gets busy and gets noisy. So this is why it's 7:15. So sometimes may not be the exact perfect time. So as I said, I'm not a perfectionist that everything must be perfect, but I'm also not one that we should just show up and do things anyhow, anyway. Does that mean things will always be perfect? No. But it does mean that you can put your best foot forward, right? And as I said, if there's anything I leave with you today, if you want a different result, you have to do things differently. You have to show up differently. I don't know if you're a cook. I won't say I'm a cook. I cook. I wouldn't say I love to cook. I love to eat. Do you love to eat? But I cook. So if you're cooking, there are things, ingredients that you put in the food, right? If you want it to taste more spicy, you got to put more spice. So you cannot keep making the dish or the cook the food with the same ingredient and expect it to taste differently. That's just crazy. So it's the same thing if we're doing implementing and doing the same exact thing and expecting something totally different. What I mean is, if I'm doing something and I'm being consistent in it because there's an expectation of a result I'm going to get from implementing this strategy from this activity that I'm doing, right? That's one thing. But I'm talking about doing something and being stationed. Like if I'm stationed in a certain place, or if I'm driving in a certain road, there are things I'm going to expect on that road. But if I want to experience, for an example, the state that I'm in versus another state, you got to go to that other state. So you have to do something different in order for you to experience what is there. So in business and in life, we cannot expect to have the same habits, to repeat the same things, and yet expect to be a different person or expect things to be different. No. It's when we decide to show up differently, like I'm showing up differently, right? Normally would be a pre-recorded. I'm showing up now live. And I was even thinking the reason why I'm not sharing it to my other social platforms is because really I would have loved to have been in more of in hiding, as in show up on Facebook maybe only or show up on Instagram only. But I know that there are a lot of people that will not have access to me necessarily on my social platforms. And one of those important people is, my parents. I want them to be able to see and join me. So, I'm on YouTube, but also because the strategy here is instead of doing pre-recorded videos, I'm coming live because that's where I feel that's my strength. I'm better. That works for me more. So what works for you? What works for you? Maybe pre-recorded videos works better for you. Maybe showing up live works better for you, right? So I feel that this works better for me because you see I've been talking and time is gone. But if I'm recording the YouTube video, you have to ask the people that help me to edit my videos or the people that watch it. They will be able to tell you how many takes, how many, okay. And then, so I think this just really works better for me and it will help me to really stay more connected and consistent and show up and engage with you. And I hope that you will also show up and engage with me. So, what works best for you? Do what works best for you in your business. You don't necessarily have to do what other people are doing because a strategy that worked for somebody else may not work for you because your destination is even different. Your idea of success might be different. What they're trying to achieve may not be what you're trying to achieve. And this is why you have to have a brand specific strategy, a strategy that is created with your brand in mind. So as I said, today's an intro session or intro show. So I'm going to keep it brief, and I will leave you with a few announcements, a few things that I think you need to know. If you don't have a copy of my book, it's available as an ebook and as also as in the printed version, Marketing Strategies for Kingdom Entrepreneurs. I will leave the link below. And also, I do have a free Facebook group that you can join if you are a woman and you're an entrepreneur and you're kingdom driven. You're welcome to join us, where we continue to talk more about branding and strategy, building a personal brand, and we go into depths about other things. And I also do have a paid community and a paid program if you're really looking to get coached, get coaching, and get support. So, with my co founder and my business bestie, Marika Guerin. So, that is the Flourish Federation. I will leave all that details here. And if you happen to be in the North Dakota, at the end of this month, I will be speaking at Ebenezer Church on Saturday. I believe it's March 30th. Yes, I believe it's March 30th, but I will leave the details of that as well. I believe it will also be live streamed. So if you cannot make it in person, you can join me online, which I would really love and appreciate. I believe that's all the announcement, like anything that I think you need to know. Other than that, as I said, introduce yourself in my comment section. Tell me what you do. Are you starting your business? How long you've been in business? What is your business about? Who do you serve? And any questions that you also have about business, about strategy, let me know. I'd love to dive into that. And every day, Monday through Friday, I will show up live. The show will take different shapes depending, and we're growing and we're going to be on this journey together. So who knows, 4 weeks from today it may look very, very different, right? So but thank you so much for joining me. If you've been here, I don't see any comments or anything. I don't know whether I'm not pressing something right, but I believe I'm good. Yeah, so you see, today was easy. I so much appreciate you. Thank you so much. And I will see you by the grace of God back here tomorrow at 7:15 Eastern Standard Time. God bless.